Sometimes creating an object is genuinely expensive. A network call, a database query, complex initialization. You need 20 similar objects, and rebuilding each from scratch is wasteful. Prototype solves this differently. Clone an existing object instead of constructing from scratch, then customize the clone. The right use case, a base configuration with connection pool settings, SSL certificates, and a dozen option fields. Setting it up takes real time. You need 10 slightly different variants. Set it up once, clone, customize each clone. The wrong use cases, cheap objects where construction is negligible, and objects that hold external resources like file handles or active connections that shouldn't be shared across clones. The interface is simple, a clone method that returns the concrete type. A prototype registry pairs naturally with this. Register named prototypes upfront, call create with a name, get back a fresh clone. The registry centralizes your template objects and gives them meaningful names your application can reference. Here's where it gets critical. Shallow copy versus deep copy. Shallow copy copies references. The original and the clone both point at the same list. Mutate that list through the clone, and you've mutated the original too. That's almost always a bug, and it's subtle enough to survive code review. Deep copy creates new instances of every referenced object. More work, but the clone is truly independent. If your object has circular references, deep copy needs to track visited nodes to avoid infinite recursion. Know that trade-off before you're asked. Java's clonable interface is notorious. It's broken by design. Object.clone does a shallow copy and throws a checked exception that makes no semantic sense. Skip clonable entirely. Write a custom clone method that returns the concrete type or use a copy constructor. Both are clearer and the intent is explicit. The question that catches people, what's the difference between shallow and deep copy? Walk through the list mutation scenario concretely. Original and clone both point at the same list. You mutate through the clone the original changes. That specific bug is more convincing than any abstract definition. Clone the expensive base, customize the cheap delta, prototype trades construction cost for copy cost. And that trade makes sense only when you've actually measured it.